everyone. So today I will be sharing with you how I compile my I-751 petition to remove condition on permanent residence. So let's get started. Okay, so here I use name tags to separate the documents. In that way, it would be easier for the officer who will gonna be reviewing my case to find which document they need. Okay, so this is the sample check on how to fill it out. So at the top part is the date, should be month, day, and the year. And it should be paid to the order of U.S. Department of Homeland Security, amounting of $680. So that will stand for the biometrics fee of $85, and the I-751 application fee is $595. So it's a total of $680. So the fees depends on the number of dependent children who acquired conditional resident status on the same day as you or within 90 days thereafter. So if you have a child or dependent with you on the same day you got here in United States, so that would be another or different filing fee amount. There is a complete guidance on how to fill out the check properly that you will easily find it out on the USCIS website, in which I will also put the link down below. Okay, next is to fill out the form G1145. So this is the e-notification of application or petition acceptance. So you can also get this or download this from the USCIS website. And this is very important for you to get notified what is happening to your application. So based on my case, they sent me a text message notifying me that they already received my packet, so which is very important. So it is less worries for you if they receive or not your packet. So in here you will just kind of put your last name, your first name, and your middle name, and also your email address. Please make sure that it is active, and your contact number. Okay. Next is the cover letter. So this is the format that I used. On the top part, it would be the name of petitioner or the US citizen, and then the name of the spouse, complete name of the spouse or the applicant's name, and your current and active address. This is addressed to USCIS, attention I-751, PO Box 21200, Phoenix, Arizona, with a zip code 85036. So I found this address on the USCIS website, which is also, I will put the link down below. Then the date and the subject, short for regarding I-751 joint petition to remove conditions on residence for your spouse name and the alien number. Okay. To whom it may concern, please see enclosed form I-751 joint petition for removal of conditions of permanent resident status for my spouse, the name, My spouse arrived in the USA on a K-1 visa on October 7, 2017, and she received her conditional permanent resident card on May 7, 2019. You can see your arrival date on your passport and the conditional permanent resident card date on your green card. It is on the resident since. Okay. Next, I am enclosing the following documents to verify the status of our marriage and ongoing relationship. Application fee and biometrics fee totaling of $680 made to U.S. Department of Homeland Security. The next is the G1145 e-notification of application or petition acceptance. The next is the duly completed and signed Form I-751 petition to remove conditions of residence. Copy of my spouse's permanent resident card, the front and back. Copy of passport for your spouse name. Biographic page and stamps only. Copy of my U.S. passport showing proof of my U.S. citizenship, biographic and stamps only. Next is the evidence of our marriage in good faith. First is copy of our marriage certificate. Next is copy of our report of marriage. Copies of notarized sworn affidavits letter of support from family and relative. Copies of a completed registration form from Life IVF Center with their office confirmation email. Copies of our monthly bank statements showing joint ownership. So these are the months of February 2019, December 2020, and March 2021. So it started, I've been here since 2017, but we are just able to add my name on our bank account on February 2019. So I've sent that first month, and then December 2020 and March 2021, which is the recent bank statement before I submit my packet. Next is the copies of our joint tax returns, year 2017, year 2018, and year 2019. Since it's only March, we haven't submitted the year 2020 tax returns. Okay, so next is the copies of our joint purchase agreement contract and letter from the Homeowners Association and the deed of the property we are purchasing for our future home in Gilbert, Arizona. Next is the copy of our health insurance card and IRA. Copies of the requests for change of address confirmation email from USCIS and aliens change of address card. So I just added this document because we just moved here in Arizona a month ago. So I thought it might be an additional or supporting docs for my current address. Okay, next is the copies of my spouse credit card statements, online order receipts, W-2, and mail from USCIS showing proof of the same address, new and old address. Then the copies of my social security card, mails, and driver license ID showing proof of the same address, new and old address. Copies of our boarding passes, airline tickets, and hotel reservations during our travels and vacations. Photos together with the family, relatives, and friends from 2017 to 2021. Copies of documents submitted are exact and photocopies of unaltered documents, and we both agreed to submit original document to an immigration officer if required. We are happily living together and request that this petition is accepted. Please feel free to inquire about any of the enclosed documentation for validity of the statements, and you are always welcome to visit our home should you ever need to do so. Please advise us if you have any further questions regarding this petition. Thank you. Okay, next is to attach the Form I-751, and please make sure that the edition date is current or valid. You can find the updated version of the form in the USCIS website, which I will also put the link below, and this one has 11 pages. We'll make a separate video on how to fill out the Form I-751. Okay. Please make sure that this form is properly signed, and don't forget the date, because based on the instruction, if there is incomplete filled up of the form and not signed, it will lead for rejecting of your document or your application. And the last part of the page, which is the page 11, the family name, given name, and the middle name, also the alien number, is automatically filled up. And on my case, I filled up the page number. I wrote down the page number 2. Part number, which is part number 1. And the item number, which is the number 22, because I been resided to a different address while I am a permanent resident. So I need to put the address of my previous address and the duration or the dates I resided in that address. So right now, on the process of my I-751, this is my second address. So I need to put there 2 of my address and the duration in those 2 address. Okay? Okay, next to file are the copy of the spouse's permanent resident card, front and back, and the copy of the spouse's passport, biographic page, and stamps only. Okay, those are 2 documents. The petitioner or the U.S. citizen passport, biographic page, and stamps only. And that is my first clip. Okay, next is my clip or evidence of our marriage in good faith. And these are the contents. These are the certificate of marriage, report of marriage, the sworn affidavits, and the live IVF documents. Okay, so this is the sample of sworn affidavits that we submitted, and this is from my brother-in-law. Based on the USCIS website, the affidavit sworn to or affirmed by at least 2 people who have known both of you since your conditional residence was granted and have personal knowledge of your marriage and relationship. Such person may be required to testify before an immigration officer as to information contained in the affidavit. The original affidavit must be submitted and also contain the following information regarding the person making the affidavit: full information and complete details explaining how the person acquired his or her knowledge. Affidavits must be supported by other types of evidence listed above. Okay, this is the format. My brother-in-law's full name and address, a date and place of birth, and the relationship to you or your spouse. Okay, this is addressed to USCIS PO Box 21200, Phoenix, Arizona 85036. Subject is Affidavit Letter of Support for the petitioner name or the U.S. citizen name and the applicant or the spouse name. Dear USCIS officer, in October of 2017, my brother name introduced me to applicant maiden name. Since then, they have been inseparable as a couple. My wife, children, and I have traveled and socialized with brother name and applicant name ever since she moved to the United States, and I can truly attest that their relationship is genuine and authentic. The love they share is evident in the way they interact with each other. The relationship is a great example for our children who adore their aunt and uncle. We all feel fortunate that applicant name has joined our family. I swear or affirm that the above and foregoing statements are true and correct to the best of my knowledge. The brother's full name with date and signature. Then the notary public is at the bottom part. And the other one is from my husband's cousin, where we held our wedding ceremony and reception. Okay? Okay, so that's it for this file for the evidence of our marriage in good faith. The next file is the proof of joint ownership. And these are the bank statements, tax returns, purchase agreement contract, and HOA and deed of sale, IRA, and insurance card. So please provide more joint ownership as much as possible. And I will not show you the information or the samples that I submitted because it contains some sensitive and private information. Okay? Okay, the next clip is the proof of living in the same address. And these are the spouse change of address confirmation, my spouse credit card statement, mail and order receipts, and my mails and ID and other document. Okay, next clip is the travel itinerary. So these are our travel itineraries and photos. As you see here, I put a note in each itineraries of where and when we spend those vacations, and also same on the photos. We also put a description on when and where the photo is taken and who are the people in the photo. Okay, so this is the clip and this is how thick it is. And this is the expanding folder I used, and I put all the clips on each packet. And this is the label that I put on the folder. And this is when it's done. I send it through USPS, and this is the address. And I sent it on April 2, 2021, and they gave me the tracking number. And at last, I received the extension letter. So that is about more than 2 weeks. And this is the letter. It has my receipt number, the receipt date, and the notice date, and the petitioner name and the beneficiary name. So as you can see, the petitioner and the beneficiary name are the same, so that is normal. Okay, and the name of the applicant, the address, and the amount received, $680. This is the content of the letter, basically telling me your conditional resident status is extended for 18 months from the expiration date on your Form I-551 or the Permanent Resident Card, also known as the Green Card. During this extension, you are authorized to work and travel. This notice presented with your expired Permanent Resident Card is evidence of your status and work authorization. This extension and authorization for employment and travel does not apply to you if your conditional resident status has been terminated. So they also give the instruction what to do if just in case you will be spending vacation outside the United States, and also the processing time. They gave you the where to check the status online, also about the biometrics, and also its requirements. And just in case if you were gonna change your address, they also give you some instruction in here. So this document has 2 pages. Okay guys, so this is the Form I-79C Notice of Action I received as a reminder to file the Form I-751. So this one has the receive date and the notice date, and the applicant name and the alien number, the full name of the applicant, and the current address. So I received this, I think, on the last week of January. I'm about to start my 90 days period on February 9, 2021. And you can also check your 90 days period on the USCIS website, which I will also put the link down below. Okay, so this is just the instruction on how to process your document, and also it tells here when my conditional resident status will expire. Okay, and they give you the information and the instruction. Okay, so this is my I-751 timeline. On the last week of January 2021, we received the NOAA for reminder to file the I-751. And on March 31, 2021, we finished the packet. And on April 2, 2021, we sent the packet via USPS. By April 5, 2021, it was received by the USCIS. And by April 29, 2021, we at last received our I-751 extension letter. Okay guys, that's all for today's guys. So I hope I was able to help you and gave you some information on how to compile and send the I-751 packet. So please don't forget to like and subscribe on my channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on my next video. Bye.